Hi everybody, this is a plea for mercy. Despite his appearances, this character is completely innocent. He's never committed any crime, he's never been mean, he's never even said a bad word, because he's never been alive. But, even as a clay model, he's captured my attention, and I worked on him for many weeks of part-time work. Whenever I could, I had a lot of fun doing it, I learned a lot in the process. But now has come the time to put him in danger because I am running out of clay. I need more clay and I can't afford it at the moment, so the only way to do it is to salvage this clay, melt it, and turn it into whatever other projects will be booked in the near future. So summer has been slow and he's been gathering dust on the shelf, but now that the fall is coming, the jobs will come back, and that means he will have to be melted. And before he gets melted, I need to save him. So if one of you, just one, it would be great if more of you did, but if one person orders a copy of this mask, I can afford to buy the supplies to make the mold and spend the time on him to make that mold and then turn it into an actual mask. And several, of course. These molds are durable. I make them out of silicone and plaster, and they can be turned into paper mache masks like you've known me for doing in the past, but also I could use resin in the future, so urethane, for example. So if you're interested in a paper mache or urethane mask of this sort, I don't have the prices for urethane, but considering the amount of work, it's probably going to be the same in both cases. So for a front face mask, just the face without the ears, that would be $300. Those are special prices, by the way, because I really want to save this guy, but if I went any lower, I would kick myself. So with the ears, it would be $400, considering how much more work that would be into the mold and how to get into all those details. And then $600 for the whole head. Now, my regular prices would be much higher than this, but I really, really want to save this guy. So regular prices would be at least $800 for the full head, and at least $400 for just the face, $500 for the face with the ears. So that gives you an idea of how much I like this guy, and I'd like to make sure he lives, make sure he gets performed, make sure he brings people's smiles and scares and lots and lots and lots of fun. As you can see, his features are not going to be molded in the mold because they can be sculpted separately and added to whatever copy a person would hire me to do. So he can be turned into anything, really, that's in the general looks of these sizes and shapes. So right now, for me, he looks like a goblin, some kind of friendly goblin. Don't judge by a book by its cover. He's a friendly goblin. But as soon as you add things like eyebrows, and if you install them in a more aggressive way, then he becomes a sadistic bastard. You can add the horns, of course, and put them in different ways. Like right now they're backwards, but why not? We can explore together what's possible for your copy if you hire me to build one. But all of this is possible. I'm always imagining this guy as a Krampus. I will use the mustache to show you what he might look like with big fangs. And imagine in your head what he would look like with, crazy huge hair in the back. I would use synthetic fur for that, or something else, depending on our budget. But all of these are possible. Every modification is extra money, of course, but the prices I stated earlier, were including the eyebrows, the horns, small horns like this, and the beard and the mustache. But for anything else, anything bigger, anything a different shape, it will have to be discussed, of course. So that's it. My last chance to save this guy is upon us. And you actually get to be the saviors. If you like this model, if you have a project for it, I can supply it painted or unpainted, depending on your preferences, and if you have the skills to paint it yourself, I welcome you to do it. So there you go. That was my last attempt to save this guy. He's been on my shelf since last fall, and now is the end of the summer, and the new fall is going to start, and I will absolutely need this clay. So for one order, it can be saved. Otherwise, it's going to have to be melted and remain only as photographs and memories. Thank you very much, and contact me at creaturiste@gmail.com. It will be in the description to discuss possibilities. And by the way, I can create other models based on these same principles, of course. If you don't need a demon, but you need something cute, if you need something gorier, something scarier, like a clown, I can do all this. I'm a mask maker. So if you have a specific project and you think that's the kind of groovy skill you want to hire, then just let's talk. Let's find out what we can do together. Thank you very much. Bye.